Hey, my pretties, it's Queen of Lions here. Now we're back with Shadows and Pretties, an episode of it. Today is episode 170. So today I'm going to be reviewing another Winnie the Pooh movie. I know the last one I reviewed was Pooh's Great Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin. Now, today we are going to be doing a different Disney movie. Well, that is Winnie the Pooh related. And today we are going to basically review this movie. It came out on February 11th of 2000 and it's called The Tigger Movie. This was actually another great movie that came out, I guess, in the, early 2000s. It's actually a pretty good one. So, usually in Winnie the Pooh movies, Pooh Bear is, the main protagonist of these adventures. However, though, I am gonna say right now that this time they wanted to use Tigger as the main protagonist of the film. So I mean, the original actor for Tigger, Paul Winchell, he retired in 1999, as Winchell was originally cast as Tigger, but was dropped from the studio after considering his voice to be too raspy and that he would sound like a Grandpa Tigger or something like that. But I mean, Paul Winchell's voice as Tigger was awesome. But of course, Jim Cummings actually provided the voice as Tigger in this one. He had previously shared the role with Winchell since, I guess, 1988 and provided his singing voice in most of the later projects, within Winchell as the character's speaking voice. Now, this features original songs, and originally this film was going to be a direct-to-video release until Disney CEO Michael Insir heard the Sherman Brothers songs and decided to release the film in theaters worldwide. Of course, the film received mixed reviews from critics and was the highest grossing film of the Winnie the Pooh franchise until the movie Christopher Robin was later released in 2018. So, anyways, I think we should just get started on, what the plot of this movie is, especially for those who haven't watched the movie in a long time. Like, I've watched this movie as a kid, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys have watched it as kids too. I do remember I had this on VHS a long time ago, and I mean, it's a good movie. So, anyways, the plot of it starts up with Tigger interrupting of the movie, fed up with most of the stories being about Winnie the Pooh, which is obvious because Winnie the Pooh is mainly what started it all. But Tigger decided, instead of having the movie focus on Pooh Bear, he wants this movie to focus on him. Which I know it's kind of a little bit of fourth wall breaking there, but I mean, it's Tigger, okay? He's pretty silly. So he arranges the title page to spell out the movie's title, fourth wall breaking, I think. But the story resumes in the Hundred Acre Wood, where Tigger is searching for someone to bounce with them. But all of his friends seem to be too busy, preparing for the upcoming winter. So Tigger's closest friend, Roo, wants to play with him, but arrives too late to do so. While he searches for a playmate, Tigger inadvertently destroys Eeyore's house with a boulder. So Rabbits gathers Pooh, Piglet, Kanga, and Roo, and they build a mechanical pulley system to remove the boulder. With a little success, Tigger arrives and help out, but his actions wreck the machine and sends everyone into a muddy lake except for Roo, who landed in the tree, and Eeyore, who landed in the thorn bush. Frustrated, Rabbit and the rest of Tigger's friends reprimand him as his troublesome, rambunctious nature, while saying that they are not like him. So Tigger's feelings get hurt, while Roo, who sees Tigger's sadness and alienation, he asks him if he has any family members of his own. Tigger, however, is fascinated by the concept and decided to search for his family, hoping to be finally within this similar company. But however, misunderstanding the advice from Owl, Tigger begins searching for his family tree, believing it has to be a centuries-old tree covered in stripes, with many Tiggers upon it. But after his search fails, they return to Tigger's house, and after finding a golden heart-shaped locket, they believe that a picture of Tigger's family is inside it. However, the locket is empty. So Rue suggests he writes a letter to his family, and he does so. And then he lets the wind carry it away, hopes that it will reach his family, but receives no response after days and begins to lose hope. Tigger's sympathetic friends decided to write him a letter, and everyone contributes, but it's a bit of a friendly advice and signs it your family. Tigger misinterprets the content of the letter and believes that his family exists and is intending to visit him, so the others, unable to tell him the truth, he organizes a large, absurd party preparation for a family reunion. Rue, wishing to uphold Tigger's spirits, encourages his friends to disguise themselves as Tiggers and they attend to his party. Rabbit refuses to join in, instead berates the others for not to prepare for the harsh conditions ahead before leaving out. But Rue convinces everyone to continue with the plan. After a great effort in disguising themselves and learning to behave like Tiggers, Tigger's friends arrive at his party and they completely falls for the disguise until, well, Rue's mask falls off after attempt to imitate the complex bounce that Tigger taught him earlier. In the light of his friend's deception, he is the disappointed and betrayed. Tigger sets out in the blizzard in search of his real family, taking his letter and locket with him. So, after falling down a cliff in an attempt to recover his locket, he then finds himself in a nice tree that the snow had whitened with stripes, convincing him that the family tree he had sought, but is saddened when he finds that no one was waiting for him there. His friends, joined by rabbits, set off in the expedition in the search for him, but they fail to persuade him to come home. The argument causes an avalanche, which drives Tigger to rescue his friends by carrying them up to the tree branches. When the avalanche subsides, and Owl and Kanga find him. Christopher Robin also arrives after finding out what happened and tells Tigger that he never needed to go looking for his family. Tigger protests, saying that he got a letter from his family and he tries to show them but discovers it's lost in the avalanche. It was actually lost before the avalanche happened, so that kind of didn't really make any sense if you get the idea where I'm coming from. But Tigger's friends reveal their authorship of the letter, reciting the pieces from memory. Tigger realizes that his real friends are his true family, and he throws a party for the honor of them while handing out presents for them. A new home for Eeyore, made from the family room meant for Tigger's non-existent family, a toy plane for Christopher Robin, a yo-yo for Owl, a hat for Kanga, a large amount of honey for Pooh, of lots of firewood for Piglet, a promise to Rabbit that he will watch where he's bouncing from now on, as well as a hug, and a locket for Rue, who he accepts as a brother figure. Christopher Robin then takes the picture and they put it all in the locket, and that's how the film ends. This is actually a really great story. It's got pretty great cast, although it's got Jim Cummings, who does the voice of Tigger and Winnie the Pooh in this one. And I mean, we got pretty good cast and characters in this. I really do think that it's really awesome that we have, a good, cast of characters, and I mean, voices are pretty good and etc. I mean, I really like the voices. I think they did pretty good. So, however the production began, I guess sometime time during the spring of 1998, when Paul Winchell, the original voice of Tigger, was originally cast to play as Tigger for the film, which was then titled Winnie the Pooh and the Family Tree. However, when Paul participated in this single recording session of the film, however, he dropped the project after the studio found his voice too raspy. So the role was given to Jim Cummings, who was already voicing Winnie the Pooh for the film, and for doing Tigger's voice on various Disney television series, and shows for Disney consumer products. When Disney reimaginators heard about, Paul's dismissal, they hired him to perform the voice of Tigger in The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which the attraction at Walt Disney World, which opened a year before the Tigger movies released. I mean, that's pretty interesting. I didn't even know that. Like, that's pretty interesting. They have some certain facts about that. But of course, it was Paul's final performance before his retirement from acting in 1999, and he later died in 2005. So, I really like the songs for the Tigger movie, especially with, the last one, Your Heart Will Lead You Home. Like, I mean, that's the final song of the. Oh my god, I'm sorry. If I've sounded like I'm crying, I'm sorry. It's just the allergies in my area. They're so bad right now, especially with, everything's waking up from, you know, being asleep for a long time. So if you can get at the idea. Now, I do like the songs in there. Like, I know they include some new songs, and to be fair, this film actually did pretty good. Like, the Tigger movie was released on VHS and DVD, which includes Kenny Loggins' music video, and the DVD included additional special features, such as the film was later re released on 2 disc special edition in 2009 to coincide with its 10th anniversary. So, I mean, it's pretty neat. So, I mean, it's pretty nice that we did pretty good with the whole film of its own self. However, Disney released various theatrical and direct-to-video sequels as the film followed. There are 2 theatrical films such as Piglet's Big Movie, which that came out in 2003, and then Pooh's Hempalump Movie that came out in 2005. And the 2 direct-to-video animated films also followed, Winnie the Pooh Springtime with Rue that came out in 2004, and then Pooh's Hempalump Halloween that came out in 2005, a sequel to Pooh's Hempalump movie. Now, I do plan to do a review on Piglet's Big Movie in the next episode, and I also do plan to do Pooh's Hempalump movie in another episode as well. So, I mean, I do always loved Paul Winchell's voice ever since I was ever since I was a kid. I've always really liked his voice. Like, he does pretty good in acting. Like, Paul Winchell was Fleagle from the Banana Splits. If you like in the original Banana Split series, you probably have heard of him, like the Banana Splits. I could always definitely say that it's obviously a pretty good you know, I mean, I'm glad he was in a few more stuff as Tigger before later on when before his retirement. I mean, he was known work for Tigger and Winnie the Pooh. That's honestly one of the things I do recognize, as well as he was a couple of characters from the Hanna-Barbera series, which I thought that was really neat. So, yeah, I guess with that being the case and with that being said, I'm gonna sit here and just say right now that I really do like the Tigger movie. It is worth it if you actually really wanna know more. If you wanna watch the movie, I feel free. I think you should go ahead and watch the movie if you haven't seen it, because it's a good Tigger movie. So, I mean, I recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Disney and etc. So, I guess with that being said, I will do Piglet's Big Movie in the next episode, and I'll do Pooh's Hufflepuff movie sometime. So, yeah. Anyways, what did you guys think about this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this movie a lot better? Feel free to state and leave me your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. You are feel free to state your own opinions and thoughts on this movie. And as always, You know, don't forget to ring the notification bell because I make brand new videos every single day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.